the sun, but I ride on my core. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to do a reading on Claressa and Papoose relationship. Before I dive deep down that rabbit hole, however, though, congratulations to Claressa. She just recently had a fight with Francois Cruz, and Claressa Shields is still the heavyweight undefeated champion. So congratulations to her on that one. And I got some clips to show you guys just recently. Now, I was trying to find some really good clips to show Claressa showing that she is the undefeated heavyweight champion. But I didn't see anything because, I don't watch. Actually, I'm just going to mute these videos. All of them, actually. Not that one. Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. So these are the videos I'm going to be having playing in the background, but here is a video of Claressa Shields winning.
90, all three in favor of the winner, and still the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the greatest woman of all time, Claressa Shields.
Speaking of which, Claressa Shields says that you can get merch from her website. I believe it is Claressa the goat.com, something like that. But you can, I'll have it streamed right here in editing. But she definitely wanted to promote that. And here we go. Somebody calls her the greatest of all time, and she lives up to the GOAT. So congratulations to Claressa on that one. And congratulations to Claressa and Papoose. Papoose was there celebrating, and there was also a video of them walking together and looking cute with her all glammed up before she glammed down for boxing. It's amazing, honestly, how female sports, they get all glamified outside of their sport, and then when it comes time to play and get hard, rough, and dirty like the men, they just unglamify. It's like day and night. It's amazing. You can be both masculine and feminine at the same time. It's crazy. However, that is what was going on with Claressa and her fights. And this is a good transition because, as you saw, Papoose, supportive Papoose, who is still, do not forget, married to Remy Ma. Still, they're still in their process of divorcing. That has not been finalized. And here goes Papoose celebrating with Claressa Shields. After all, they was just recently on the Breakfast Club just a few months back. Remember talking about how nobody on the internet understands their relationship and that they understand where they are and they know what they is. So because of that, they stand strong on what their relationship is for them. So no matter what people want to say, make up rumors and try to pit like Remy Ma against and stuff like that, they're just like, it's not even like that. But anyway, besides that point, remember all that, right? Now let's skirt back. Congratulations to Claressa and her accolades. Now let's talk about her and her relationship with Papoose, because also here's a video clip of Papoose helping Remy Ma train. I'll play some video sound of that as well. Why not? So because of that, we see Papoose is out here celebrating and supporting Claressa all along the way of her journey, being that supportive partner / boyfriend. And that's amazing. So because of that, just recently though, however, Looking back at the clips, this was the end of January. So this was just about a month ago. Claressa was talking about how she's upstairs and Papoose downstairs. And that brought some drama, not drama, but that brought some attention to their relationship, where it seemed like, which is what brought my attention on why I'm doing this reading, has brought attention to their relationship and making it wonder if she's being performative to sell us their relationship. And I want to know, if you haven't seen by the title and the thumbnail of this video, I want to know, what is Papoose and Remy Ma happy in their relationship, or are they just faking the funk for the cameras? Because sometimes, celebrities got to stand 10 toes down, stand on business, what they said. They say that they like this kind of a couple, then y'all got to prove that y'all this kind of a couple to us. But hey, the cards will find that all out. But let's just hear it from Claressa herself. So here is part 1, and then I'll play part 2. This is all from a live stream.
Upstairs. And I don't know if that's insinuating that he's not upstairs, or that you guys think that I would just say that. I don't know.
Just in case, I'm not sure if that waiting music in the background is just going to get this copyrighted, and I want this to play for it to work. So let's continue.
But truth of the matter being, he do be upstairs. Just like right now, he's in the room.
And I have a part 2 for that when she goes to give us proof that he's in the room. But let's continue.
So I don't know what y'all mean by that, but he'd be like, we got listening together all the time.
I can't argue with her on that one. According to the way the cameras look like, they do look like they're together all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So, hey, the cameras are so far proving what she's saying, but I'm not sure about what goes on inside their house. And if he really always downstairs and she always upstairs, and they only just around each other when it's time for the cameras and be outside in public. I don't know. Because it's kind of quite curious that she's talking about them being in separate parts of the houses and then making it seem like we're weird for questioning that.
And sometimes when we're not together, he's handling business, which we all have business to handle. But I don't know. It's like, that's not something I find offensive. But let me know. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Let me know if some of y'all are trying to be offensive when you say it, so I know how to respond, even in person. If
she addressed the rumors right there. After all, remember what they said back in their Breakfast Club, that they are like this. They know what their relationship is behind closed doors, and that they don't have to perform for the public, because whatever anybody's going to say, they're going to be stuck in their way and want to believe whatever they want and want to go off of little snippets. Just saying. But hey, the cards are going to tell me. But last part, here is part 2, where she got the proof to go show that he was upstairs with her in the same room.
Every day. Baby, they said, is we upstairs or downstairs? We in the basement. Yeah, I gotta stop, man. I'm hoping. And I'm still selling my guap.
I'll just rerun that back for you guys one more time, because you guys tell me. Now we was watching Claressa right now. Look at Papoose in the background. I'm just saying.
No, I don't go live every day. Baby, they said, is we upstairs or downstairs? We in the basement.
Was the silence that deafening, that it was hilarious, slap money, funny, gotta fall out? But was A, so funny, and B, Papoose was a little too silent. Well, he could, now listen, I can play the devil's advocate. He could have been very engrossed in what he was doing. And sometimes when you're that engrossed, I know as a witness and somebody who has done it, you're so engrossed that sometimes you might have a delayed reaction, or sometimes you just might not even respond at all. Or maybe you thought that you responded in your head, but you didn't respond out verbally and physically. That could have been all the things that happened as well, or as the media is trying to portray it as. Papoose ignored Claressa. So I don't know, guys. All that being said, that's exactly why I'm here to pull some cards today on Claressa and Papoose relationship. I hope you enjoyed that little deep dive. I hope that little segue was really great. Just scooch you into the frame a little bit. All right, I'm going to pick a card for Claressa, and then I'm going to pick a card for Papoose. And each card is going to symbolize, are they happy in this relationship? And then if I so do need to require one, I will pull a block card, but hopefully I won't need one. As in the sense they'll be on the same page. Okay. The first card is going to be Claressa, since she's the main topic and the first person I was talking about. And then this card is going to represent Papoose. The Two of Cups. I honestly don't need to pick a block card, so let's see what the foundation card is. The Empress. I love this. Let's see what's in the past, though. The Three of Wands. Okay. In their head. The Moon. That's very interesting. And let's see what's in their future. Ooh, their future just wanted to fling out in eagerness. And of course, it was how fitting, the Knight of Swords. The fastest moving knight of the deck. So fast that it couldn't even come out my hands properly. That's how eager it was ready to come out. So, what I see here with Claressa and Papoose. One, is Claressa happy in this relationship? We have the Four of Wands, which usually symbolizes a yes, because it's a transitional phase from one period of their life to another. And you could honestly say that Claressa is on the rise. She's been on the rise, but she's still riding cloud nine. She's still on the Pentacle. Who knows? She probably hasn't even reached the Pentacle yet, even though she's the undefeated champion. So because of all of that, she has a newfound grown media presence online now too. Think about all these different changes that are happening within her life and then during that time and phase, she happens to meet Papoose, and now this is where they are in their relationship. She's learning to grow and mold for the camera. There used to be an old Claressa. Now there's a new Claressa in the camera. She looks much more, I'll say, upgraded and elevated from beforehand. But you know what? Sometimes money and popularity and status gets you that way, and attention too. But all that symbolizes the Four of Wands. That's how she feels when it comes to this relationship with her and Papoose, that it was something that was not transactional or transitional, but something that they had met during a time where she was transitioning within herself, becoming more familiar with herself and maybe becoming more comfortable within her body. So all those different things. And she happens to meet Papoose, somebody who could maybe help her feel a little bit more feminine, which is what I see down here at the foundation, which is the Empress, which is what they stand 10 toes down on, metaphorically. But the Empress is all about fertility, all about being abundant, all about, I'm going to say this and I hope you guys can understand what I mean, but like soft and luscious, you know, if you just think of like a bush or like some really soft patch of grass that just looks fluffy. That's the best way I could describe lush. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting with their relationship, is that it softened her. It made her more soft around the edges is softening her. But everything, that feminine energy and earth, period, being very fruitful, which is abundance, and also being much more giving in nature, all different things that Earth can do. Just think about how beautiful Earth is and how we need Earth to survive. So just think about all the thinking about all those important qualities. Those were all the things that this relationship has drawn out of. Maybe both of them, honestly, but I'm feeling more Claressa. That's just my little personal bias. However, what we see here for Papoose with the is he happy in this relationship? We have the Two of Cups, which symbolizes a yes, that he really is in it to win it, that this is not a PR stunt. This is not a I'm reminiscing, thinking of Remy Ma, and I want to get back with Remy Ma, and I'm just playing out this relationship. I don't see that here. The Two of Cups is willfully coming together and willfully starting a relationship and willfully putting in the time and energy together, growing and sustaining, which is really great because him as the Cups energy can water the Empress, which is Earth and their foundation, which is all great things that you want as your foundation, because something that solid, that's something fruitful and lush, can grow. It can produce solid fruits if you water it right, with the right energy in it. And I see that both of them are willing to do that. But, however, looking at above it, since he's that water energy, and since I found like one card fit Claressa, I see one card here fits Papoose, which is that moon card. And that moon is about cycles and phases because the moon controls the water. And I see that more with Papoose, that even though this is a transitional phase for this relationship has changed Claressa for the better, Papoose on the other side is more inwardly going through changes within himself. Remember, he's still not divorced from Remy Ma. So because of that, he still have all those feelings that he has to deal with and process in their relationship. And I'm not sure if they have a child together or if they co-parent, but if they do, they have all that they have to work out through. And so because of that, that can weigh a lot on him, and he wants to be in this relationship. But then you got like the outside world chatting all in your ear. So because of that, it's just all those different influences can sometimes weigh on him, and both of them equally. And when it weighs on her, it weighs on him, and it weighs on the relationship. And so because of that, I can see he can go through cycles of ups and downs. Maybe just like that clip said, maybe that was their downs phase in this cycle. But however, I see that that it's just their cycle and that's their pattern and that's what they do, and it's something that they're cool and that they accept. I don't see any sort of resistance against the pattern or the flow of the energy. So even though this moon can symbolize some darkness and sometimes hidden inner motives that you have to deal with, it crowns and rules above them. And like I said, it's a little bit attached to Papoose, and I feel as though when it comes to this relationship, them both equally coming together. I'm sorry, guys, if I sound like I'm thirsty, but they both equally come together. I'm parched. I think I need some water. No, I'm joking. But no, they come together for this relationship, and actually they have all elements, which is beautiful in and of itself. So to have all elements present is great for their relationship, because that means there is nothing out of balance or something lacking. However, we see two wands, which is two fires. Then we see two cups or water elements, and then we see the Empress, and then we see the swords, which is really great because fire and water fire's masculine and water's feminine, and they're both like the exact opposites of each other. It's like the masculine and the feminine. So when, and like they say opposites attract, right? So that's the kind of energy that I'm seeing here with Claressa and Papoose. It's like they're drawn to each other because they're so polar, but in their polarity, they find similarities and likeness within each other. And that's exactly what I see here in the past, which was the Three of Wands. Them coming together was looking at the possibilities and the opportunities in the future that they could have together. And now as the future is progressing, we still see that they are still in it to win it for this relationship. they came in open-minded, both of them, and they both came into this relationship willing to build from this point forward. So because of that, as I said, very solid foundation to work forward from. However, moving forward, looking to their future, though, I see the Knight of Wands. And like I said, that Knight of Wands came in dashing, a little too dashing. So that puts me at a little bit of concern about me, because it seems like the pacing's kind of right now, but with the way the Knight is coming in, and it's coming in this way towards all the cards that I just read on, it feels almost as though their past is going to, not their past, but their future is going to come in something. If they aren't talking or dealing with something in this present moment, which could be that moon hinting at it, because eventually you're going to have to circle back to whatever you don't want to deal with. It could be that it's going to come, you know how sometimes you say you could put something off and you're just like, oh, I got a little bit more time to not deal with that. And then before you know it, it's just like, bam, right here in your face. You're just like, well, how did it sneak up on me like that? That's the kind of energy that I'm getting with their future. But let's just pull one card that was behind the Nine of Swords to see what was that dashing energy. Oh, I really like that, because that was the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is coming back to the full circle, which was their past card, the Three of Wands. Open endless possibilities. Wheel of Fortune, the future is yours. However you choose to spin it, however you choose to deal with it. So because of that, I'm not sure if that means that some sort of decision making is going to happen much sooner than they were expecting. And I'm not sure if that has to deal with Papoose coming to a decision to finally get a divorce, or like Remy or like Claressa finally puts that ultimatum of like, you know, man, I really want you, divorce Remy Ma or else kind of thing, you know. But let's just pull 3 cards to see just how's their relationship as a whole. Claressa and Papoose, how is your relationship as a whole? Despite all the energy and obstacles against you, I see honestly nothing but positive energy. So there's forces coming up against you, but you guys fight and stand against it. So I want to know, what is that keeps y'all together? Okay. Warm, a big ego, a mice, mice, and one more card because I just want to see what the outcome of the mice is. Cold. Okay. Just one more card. Humor myself. One more card. What happens after the colds? I love this. Full circle. We started with warm and we ended with sun. Like I said, we came full circle with starting with the Three of Wands, open opportunities, and ended with the Wheel of Fortune, still open possibilities, and the chances are endless. So because of that, no matter what it looks like in this present moment, no matter what they're going through, or whatever people like want to talk about, whatever that clip was that we saw just a month ago, it's phases, it's cycles. And as we just recently saw, he was supporting her, still supporting her, helping her prepare for this fight. So even though sometimes it may not look like he may not be all in it, and Claressa's way more head over heels for him than he is for her, and it's just the relationship dynamics, and they're okay with that, and that's what's more important. If they both are okay with that relationship dynamic, even though some of us are not okay with it, then that's okay with them because they both choose to accept it. So After Warren, we see the big ego, which usually I like over here, which is overwhelming, but a victory card. It's still triumphing over everything that is coming up against them. And maybe that makes them feel a little bit big-headed and big ego, but hey, that just shows that they can stand up against anything, that no matter what anybody tries to say and tries to paint their picture in relationship, they, like I said at the very beginning, coming full circle, they stand strong in who they are and what their relationship is. Even though we have the mice here, which is worrying, which can gnarl at the relationship over time, and mice can be very annoying and pesky, we still see here that that energy is going to get ice baby is going to get iced out, and it's going to get chilled, and they're going to find a way to simmer the anxiety between them, whoever has this sort of anxiety or some sort of insecurity, possibly even about the status of their relationship, or if somebody's going to just leave without warning just because they can, kind of thing, But we see here, after the cold is the sun, and I like that. Just after the winter is the spring. So I see that there is brighter days and futures ahead of them. And I'll just pull 2 more cards, like right here. I want to know, before I hop off, is Papoose does Papoose miss Remy Ma? I see a woman. I see a mountain. I see cool. Okay, we got every element up in here. We got cool, cold, and warm. Jeez. Fearful. Should I keep going? I shall. A cockroach. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm going to stop at cockroach because that's actually quite good. So no, we see here a woman card, which when I asked, does Papoose miss Remy, and a woman card pops up. That's Remy. So I have to see, okay, how do you feel about Remy? First card is the mountain card, and the mountain card is a block. So does he feel like Remy Ma is a block when it comes to his relationship with Claressa? And that's where this moon energy is coming from. And that's where we see some of this mice and cold energy coming from, because after the mountain is cool. And the mountain brings a cool, cold breeze breezing off the mountain. If it's snowy and icy and it's cold and it's ice baby like that, then yeah, it's going to be cool and it's going to be cold. However, we then see but I like this word that stands right here, which says not different, which means indifferent, means that this coolness is he doesn't feel anything for Remy. It's not like he loves her. It's not like he hates her. It's not like he likes or even dislikes her. It's just Remy, kind of thing. But we get this sense of fearful, which is kind of crazy, right? Because after cool and you're indifferent, how can you be fearful? Especially when this woman appears to be a block in your life, but maybe she's a block, so you want to try to literally ice her out and not think about her, put her in her proper place and box in your mental space and in your life, so that way you can, like they say, not give them like the silent treatment, but you just associate yourself from them and you just don't deal with them, but they're in your life, but you just deal with them on a need-to basis kind of thing. However, which could bring some fearfulness, because this is quite curious. Maybe this fearful energy is the fact that maybe it's the history that him and Remy could have had, and to do and be like this with somebody who he maybe had envisioned to like always be there and like be his forever ever, and to not. It's kind of like that fear of letting go of that image, and letting go of that reality, and then stepping into a new reality and having to give that title, that image, that vision to another woman, possibly Claressa, hopefully Claressa. And then we see here is a cockroach, which is, after all that, the cockroach symbolizes, you would think it's a nuisance. You would think that would mean a nuisance, but no, a cockroach is somebody that is definitely resilient and adaptable. So he's going to figure out how to work out these sort of emotions And maybe that's what this moon card could be. Maybe that's sometimes why he could be a little bit more standoffish when we see him on camera. So maybe he could be going through a bit of a mood at that moment with the whole Remy thing and their relationship with Claressa, but she tries to keep it lighthearted and keep it light, which he appreciates too. But he's going to eventually figure out what proper place to put Remy in his life. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video on Claressa and Papoose' relationship. I sure enjoyed it. It looks very good. I'm very glad that the cameras and what they present to the media matches what the cards say. So they really are what they preach. They walk it like they talk it. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on them. I sure did. Please leave your comments down below if you were surprised by this reading as much as I was. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and become a beautiful sunflower and spread all those beautiful sunflower seeds all over this beautiful earth and be like that Mother Nature Empress and spread good seeds all over this earth and have a nice sturdy foundation, especially because spring is just around the corner, guys. And with that being said, please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Share this with somebody. I keep forgetting to say that in these videos lately, but share this with anybody that's into Remy Ma or Papoose or is into tarot readings or just into celebrity news and gossip. So with that being said, I think I've said everything, and before I hop off, you know what I say: hype, hype, hype us up. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe to us. Hey, sunflowers.